Good morning to all of you. As we have started our discussion on introduction to the cost accounting in our previous class, so we will continue with our discussion in this class also on basics of cost accounting. Just we will have a fast recap of what we have done in the last class. So we have discussed the syllabus applicable to your semester 3, SYBA from University of Mumbai. Then we have understood what is cost. So what is cost? Cost is the amount of resource given up in exchange for some goods or services. We have understood it through one example also. That for exchanging some goods or service, you give up some resources. Basically, money you give. So that is the cost for that goods or services. And we have seen that from consumer point of view, we normally use the term price, and from a business point of view, term cost is used. We have seen the example of one purchasing a case of mobile phone. No? So in that case, it is price from a consumer point of view. From a business point of view, we can call it as cost. Then we have seen that every business firm, whether it is manufacturing unit or a service unit, all will be interested in calculating the cost, because for providing service or manufacturing goods, various expenditure are involved. So without properly knowing the expenditure, it will be very difficult to know the do the proper pricing, and it will, if you do the wrong pricing, then you may end up incurring losses. So it is very important to calculate the cost of the product or services very properly and correctly, so that you determine the proper price for your product or services, so that you are not incurring the losses. So this is one of the objective of cost accounting. So this is till this we have already understood in the last class. So we will continue our discussion in this topic. So from a consumer point of view, cost means price. Obviously, when you buy some, go to some shop to purchase some goods, you use the term price. Okay, what is price for consumer? It is cost only, because you are giving the resource, money you are giving for buying the goods or services. So from a consumer point of view, you can use the term price, and from management point of view, that is from business point of view, cost means expenditure incurred for producing a particular product or rendering the services. So if you buy mobile, if you go to the shop to buy the mobile phones, so that will be your price. You will use the term price. Imagine from a point of view of company which is producing mobile phone. So they will use the term cost. So this is the cost for producing our mobile phones. So for example, 10,000 is cost for producing one mobile phone. In that they will add some 2,000 profit. So their selling price will become 12,000. So this 12,000 is the price for the consumer, which means it is cost for the consumer, and cost for the company will be 10,000. So from management point of view, company point of view, they will use the term cost, and from consumer point of view, you can use the term price. So we have understood what is cost. Now we will next term which is important to understand, what is costing. So simple definition, costing is the process of ascertaining the cost. It is known as costing. So what is costing? Costing is the process of ascertaining the cost. It is known as costing. So till now, whatever we have discussed, you may understand that finding the cost of product is very simple. That you add this expenditure, you will get the cost. But it is not like that. For finding the cost of the product, where there are various rules, principles, and standards applicable. That you should add this particular cost, you should not add this particular cost to find the cost of the product. So this is very important. When advanced costing is understood. So this all will come into picture. That is, it is not that easy that you add this expenditure, you will get the cost of the product. It is not like that. For that, there are various set of rules, principles, and standards applicable for finding the cost of the product or services. So that's why the process of ascertaining the cost is known as costing. Okay. So it consists of what principles, rules governing the procedure of finding out the cost of goods or services. Like in financial accounting, you are having the accounting standards. Okay. In financial accounting, there is a subject known as accounting standards, which will give the rules for doing the accounting, financial accounting, that how you should charge depreciation, etc. For example, okay, how you have to calculate the cost of inventory from financial accounting point of view. For all that purpose, there is a separate subject which is known as accounting standard. Similarly, for cost accounting or costing, there is a separate branch, a study you can say, which is known as cost accounting standards. Cost accounting standard will give you the rules for doing costing. Okay. If you will refer the cost accounting standards, you will get the principles, rules regarding how to find the cost of the product or services. So there are 24 cost accounting standards issued till date. How many cost accounting standards are there? 24 cost accounting standards are issued till date. Use of the cost accounting standard is for ascertaining the cost of goods or services. In a basic term, you understand. Like accounting standard is used for doing proper financial accounting. Cost accounting standard is used for doing proper costing of product or services. So this is very important to understand that what is costing. It will give the principles and rules governing the procedure for finding out the cost. And what are those principles and rules? These principles and rules are covered in the 24 cost accounting standards issued. Okay. So it aims at ascertaining the total cost and also the per unit cost. Okay. So by using these rules, cost accounting standard principles, you will get the total cost. What is the total cost of producing the goods and service from a business point of view? And also you can find out the per unit cost of that product or services. Okay, for instance, in transport company, if you will take total cost will be calculated and cost per passenger will also be calculated, so that you can decide the rate of your ticket. No? Per passenger, what will be the fare ticket, ticket rate, fare, that you can decide by finding the per passenger cost, etc. Or per passenger, per mile, etc., per kilometer cost, etc. If you will find out that, you can easily determine the pricing of the services. Or in case of a manufacturing unit, you can determine the price of the goods. Okay. So it provides for analysis of expenditure in such way that the management gets the complete idea of even smallest item of cost. Okay. So there is one statement prepared by companies which is known as cost sheet. Okay. Companies prepare a statement which is known as cost sheet. In cost sheet, they will get the details of each and every item of cost. Okay, based on that, they will do the analysis. Okay, and cost sheet is prepared using these principles and rules, and these principles and rules are clubbed together in 24 cost accounting standard issued till date. Okay. So by reading the cost sheet, management of the company can get the idea of the bifurcation of cost so that they can do the analysis properly. So this is the concept of costing. So now we will next move on to the what are the objectives of costing. Briefly, we will understand what is the purpose of doing cost accounting. First important objective or use of cost accounting is ascertainment of cost of the product or services. Okay, what is the first objective of cost accounting? First important objective is the ascertainment of cost of production or services. Okay. So by ascertaining the cost of production or services, only after that you will get to know the price of the product. You can do the proper pricing of that product. Okay. So first important objective is ascertainment of cost. Then after ascertaining cost, next objective will automatically be determination of selling price and profit of that product. Okay. Imagine without knowing cost, how you will determine the selling price. And without knowing the selling price, you cannot determine the profitability. So these two objectives are, you can say, interrelated to each other. Okay. First objective is ascertainment of cost, and second objective will be determination of selling price and profitability. Then next advanced objectives is cost control and reduction. Just now we have understood that you business people prepare a statement which is known as cost sheet. In this, analysis of cost is given in detail. Okay. By doing proper analysis or studying this cost sheet, or various cost records are also maintained. By doing this proper study of this cost sheet, you can get to know whether you are doing some expenditure which is wasteful expenditure is done. Okay, sometimes business may be incurring some expenditure, but from that it may not get any benefit. Okay, like value added expenditure and non value added expenditure, you can say. Okay, so they can do the proper analysis by properly understanding cost sheet and cost records. Okay, so after proper study of this cost sheet and cost record and doing proper analysis of wasteful expenditure or productive expenditure, like value added analysis, non value added analysis. Okay, value added means if expenditure is giving some value to the business, so that you can say value added, and some expenditure may be non value added. Okay, business may be incurring that from the past without knowing that it is giving some value or not. So by doing all these analysis, so this all analysis you can do from the basis of cost sheet and cost records. So based on this analysis, if you will come to know that I am doing this expenditure but I am not getting any value, so this is a non-value added activity. So you can control that activity, and if you will control that activity, then you can automatically achieve cost reduction, no? Cost control and cost reduction. Okay, and there is one more technique, you can say, which is known as a standard costing. Just briefly, we will understand what is a standard costing. In standard costing, what you will do, you will predetermine the cost. Okay, predetermined standards will be there. You will compare the actual with this standard, and you will find the variance. Okay, you can calculate the variance. If it is adverse, means suppose for material you have set the limit that 5 rupees per unit you have set as a standard, but actual when you purchase from the market material it was 7 rupees. So now 2 rupees you have incurred additional cost, no? So you have estimated that it should be 5, that is standard, you have estimated that it should be 5 rupees, but actual was 7 rupees. So 2 rupees, this you will call as this adverse variance. Now you will have to analyze why 2 rupees was incurred more. When I set the standard that my material cost should be 5 rupees only, why it became 7? So based on this analysis, you may come to know that there may be something which you could have controlled and reduce this 7 to 6 rupees also. Okay, sometimes price increase will be uncontrollable because of inflation, etc. But sometimes it can be controlled within your limits also. Like if you would have done proper negotiation, then instead of 7, you could have paid 6. Okay, so only 1 rupees additional you would have incurred. So this analysis you will do. This is known as variance analysis. So these are all advanced costing, just for understanding we are discussing now. Okay, so this you can use the variance analysis also for controlling the cost. Okay, so this topic technique is known as a standard costing. So in standard costing, what you will do, you will set the limit before only. For example, material cost we are taking. So you assume that per kg of material I should get it 5 rupees. This is a standard. This is known as standard, predetermined. And actually you got it for 7. So this is the actual. Then at the end of the year, you will compare 5 and 7. So 2 rupees is adverse. No? So now you will analyze why 2 rupees more, whether it could have been reduced. Okay, so after doing analysis, you come to know that, okay, by doing proper negotiation, I could have got it to 6. So only 1 rupees adverse would have happened. So like that, you can do analysis, and for a future, you can do the cost control properly. Similarly, you can do cost reduction also. So these are all one of the very important objectives of cost accounting. Then one more objective is that it will assist the management in decision making. Okay, it will assist the management in decision making. How it will help the management in decision making? By using a concept called as relevant costing. There is a concept in costing which is known as relevant costing. By using this concept, management can decide whether to continue producing this product or not, or whether they have to discontinue this product. Okay, sometimes what may happen, your financial accounting may give a loss statement. Position shown by financial accounting will be loss. But based on financial accounting records, you cannot take the decision to close down your business. For that, you will have to do cost and management accounting properly. Okay. For taking decision whether to discontinue or continue the production of the product, you will have to do cost and management analysis properly. Okay, by only reading financial statements, if it is showing loss, as a management, you cannot take big decisions whether to close down the business or not. You will have to apply cost and management accounting principles. Sometimes financial accounting may show loss, but by doing proper cost and management analysis, it will show profit. Okay, so this will be your actual statement, because financial accounting is having different rules. It is for external purposes. Okay, financial accounting is having different rules. For that, accounting standards are used, Indian accounting standards are used. It is for the external reporting purpose. Okay, but actual internal decision making, you will have to use the cost and management accounting properly. Okay, based on this, especially there is a one concept which is known as relevant costing. You will apply this to do the decision making, whether you have to continue producing this product or not. Okay, you will all get the details, and based on this detail, using relevant costing and cost management analysis, you can decide whether to continue this product or to discontinue this product. So these are some of the important objectives of cost accounting. First two important objectives are primary, that is ascertaining cost and determining the selling price and profits. Cost control, cost reduction, and decision making, you can say this as advanced costing or advanced cost and management accounting. Okay, in this cost control, you will have to use a standard costing, value analysis, variance analysis, etc. And decision making, you can use the concept of target costing. Okay, for cost control also you can use target costing. Here you will use the relevant costing, etc. These are the objectives, or you can say some of the objectives of cost accounting. Now we will understand one important concept which is known as classification of cost. So what is classification of cost? Classification of cost is what? Grouping of cost according to their common characteristic. Classification is nothing but you group the cost based on their common characteristic. That is known as classification. What is classification? Classification is grouping of cost based on their some common characteristic. We will pool the cost based on their common characteristic. That is known as grouping or classification of cost. So there are some important ways of classifying the cost. That is, first you can classify the cost based on the nature or element. Next is you can classify cost based on function. You can classify cost based on variability or behavior. Based on controllability, you can classify the cost. Based on normality, you can classify cost. And for managerial decision making, you can classify the cost. So classification of cost is nothing but you group the cost in some group based on their common characteristic. Okay. So by nature or element, you can classify the cost. Functions you can classify. Variability you can classify. Controllability you can classify. Normality you can classify. And for managerial decision making, you can classify the cost. So cost is what? Nothing but expenditure incurred. If you are grouping the cost in particular category, it will be based on some common characteristics. Okay. So this is how these are the different ways by which you can classify the cost. This we will have to understand in detail. Each method of classifying cost we will understand. So first we will start by functions. How you will classify the cost based on functions. Okay. So till now you would have understood that every business will have to incur cost for producing goods or providing services. Then method of determining the cost is known as costing. Okay, this we have understood. Method of determining the cost is known as costing. And in the previous slide, we have understood about what is the objectives of cost accounting. We have briefly discussed about what is the meaning of classification of cost. Classification of cost is nothing but it is grouping of cost based on some common characteristic. So these are the different ways in which you can classify a cost. Okay, so first we will be discussing by functions, how you will classify cost based on functions. This will be starting from our next class. So for today, I think this much is enough. We will start our discussion, that is classification of cost on basis of function, in the next class.